Hi, good afternoon. This is Video Entry 170. I'm laughing because my brain was being silly. Um, so I've been quite busy, sort of busy, looking for more seasonal positions for this spring and summer. So I have a lot of that to do, and I was writing down like a list of different jobs that I want. That would be kind of fun to do throughout the summer because there are a lot of opportunities that are popping up as of now that are not the standard vanilla experience when you're working at a city. So I want to try something different that is somewhat enticing. I guess would be a good way to say it. I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I may work with the Chicago Park District again seasonally. Again, it's not going to be a year-round position, although I'd like to be locked in throughout the year just to make it easier. But I have other ideas, and I'm hoping that by next winter I'll be working remotely, and I'll be more proactive about finding a remote job because this summer was well, sort of this summer it was like I was planning on doing stuff like that. The plans didn't follow through, and I just got sidetracked with a bunch of other bullshit, and I procrastinated, and I kind of missed out on the the opportunities for remote work to keep myself relatively afloat. Even though I have plenty of padding and whatnot, it's just it would have been smart if I did that, but I did. Was just I tend to do that. I tend to make a lot of plans that I don't really follow through. So yeah. So yeah. I mean, a lot of stuff. There are a lot of stuff. I was thinking about like I don't know. Like I was looking at like just things that don't require too much action. That's like kind of laid back, like senior care assistants, not like changing their diapers or anything, at least helping them out with computer stuff and errands and all that. I'm hoping I can find something like that. That'll be kind of fun to do throughout the summer. And there's Chicago Public Schools and whatnot has like office assistants and stuff like that for throughout the summer. Um, event assistant stuff. So I'm also going to be looking at event assistant stuff today. I already applied to the seasonal jobs for the Chicago Park District. I did that this morning. So, um, yeah, I did that, and uh, I'm hoping that this afternoon I will be. I don't want to say I'm hoping. I'm going to be applying to a bunch of event assistant positions. There are a few websites associated with that, so I may just look at that and see if there's anything interesting. And um, I don't know. Like I keep thinking about restaurants and all this standard stuff that most people think about, and I've talked about this already. But every time I convince my or try to convince myself to do it, I just like my brain just blocks it off. I'm like, okay, well, fine. And I think that's primarily due to the fact that I just don't like. I mean, I'm not an extrovert, so I mean, there are a lot of people who like that are extroverted that can deal with the annoyances of customers by mitigating some of the stressors by being around people and enjoying socialization. But obviously, I'm not that kind of person. So it would be an overall negative experience, although I'd be getting paid for it, but it would still be hard to tolerate at times, especially with most people. So I was just like, I mean, like they're dishwasher positions as well. So I mean, like that dishwasher line cook, and I mean, as a introverted dishwasher, even a busser, I guess, is not too bad. Um, but still, you get a lot of, this social dynamics that happen is that you get all these people. At least every social dynamic that I've been in, I always get ostracized because I'm like seen as weird and nobody wants to talk to me or whatever, or I have like this barrier in front of me, so it seems like I'm unapproachable, which I don't know how to bring down because I don't know, most things people talk about are not fun to talk about, so I just don't feel like having to talk about it, so I just kind of stay in my own head. Um, so I mean, like I due to that, I get ostracized in most social situations, which is why I prefer not to be in a place with um, a, a big, robust social hierarchy, and that's why I look at other more niche stuff like what I just talked about, and working in the city and also working in the parks. You don't have to worry about that kind of bullshit. So, um, and also event assistant positions as well. So we'll see how it goes. And I looked at fast food and all that. It's the same situation, same shit. It's the same stuff. And then my parents always talk was like, oh yeah, you're good at computers, you should work at a library, and that's also true. But also the vetting process for stuff like that is very just it's just like it takes a long time. So I'm blanking out words right now. My brain's not quite here, and I also I'm crashing off of coffee because I had 6 cups, and then I had like this emotional peak, or not emotional, energy peak. This morning I had a lot of energy, and typically what happens is all the energy is expended with myself because I guess you could call it like an introvert thing, and I'm also very comfortable with myself, and I like spending time with myself. So I don't know. I just don't really need anybody. So I mean that's kind of a convenient thing to have, so I don't have to look outside of myself for emotional satisfaction. I can just enjoy the presence of being in my own head. And most people can't really say that because most people tend to they tend to revert to like substance abuse or any kind of stimulus abuse, like sex, and well, of course you can talk about drugs, and people play a lot of video games and get distracted from their head. Or I'm a victim to it as well. I tend to fall into those habits at times when I have a lot of pessimistic thoughts. But I think a good way to mitigate pessimistic thoughts is to not ignore them and actually process them, and then look at ways in which you can create new channels to make more optimistic thoughts override those pessimistic thoughts. So pessimistic thoughts are always going to be there, but it's all relative, right? So the best way is to find stimuli that my stupid brain is not coming with the right words right now. There was a word that I was thinking of, but yeah. So what was I saying about optimistic thoughts? To create a reaction, I guess. There's another word, but anyways. Yeah, so basically just having different stimuli and channels in your environment that, again, there's a word that I just cannot think of right now for some reason. To create some, a positive feedback loop, I guess. I don't know. And I do that quite a bit, and I do that by going to, I go on walks to the park, and it's just hard to do that during the winter, especially if you, again, if you're more introverted and you don't like being around people all the time, you're kind of stuck at home or places where you don't have to really talk to anybody. I guess going to cafes are a good idea because at least you're outside of your home and you're not necessarily talking to people. But it's just like when it's really cold, it's better just to be in the comfort of your own place. But, which is why I was thinking, is like, well, I'm not sure if I want to be here for, I could probably handle a few more years of living in the city throughout the winter, but we'll see how it goes. Or, I was also thinking, I was like, well, maybe one day when I actually have more money, I can have, a place here and, maybe like a townhouse here and a townhouse closer to the equator. So during the winter, I could go down there for a bit. And, especially if you're working remotely, that would work out nicely. In the future, obviously, when I get paid more and I actually have more in my savings account, and just when I actually have enough income streams to support being able to paying out those houses, and a lot of people also do Airbnb stuff and house rentals and whatnot. So that's another way to get an income stream for if you decide to move down to the equator, and then during those times you're not there, you can have somebody occupying that and paying you to stay there in the city. So that's a smart way of getting some kind of income if you're smart about it. I don't know, I was talking about that. I guess I was just talking about that because of the winter. So what else I have to talk about? I don't know what's up with my brain. I always say that. It's like I usually don't blink on words, but every time I talk in front of a camera, I do. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, today I'm probably just gonna look at event assistant jobs, and then I'll probably look at more barista and dishwasher jobs just in case. And I have a lot of random tasks to do as usual. Um, I got myself a new phone because the microphone on my old phone is not working. It's staticky, and I don't know what it is. I thought at first it was a reception, but then I realized that just due to its inconsistency, I mean, I've dropped it a couple of times, and I lost the case, and I didn't lose a case. I don't even know what I used to have a case, and I think I left it at home or some shit like that. I don't know. Yeah. So I think it was just because I dropped it a couple of times that caused it, probably damaged the microphone somehow. So I have a new phone, and it's a Google Pixel 8a, and I'm having trouble getting my SIM card out. So maybe I'll get a cheap carrier and probably get like a Bluetooth headset for this as like my quote unquote business phone in the future. And then I'll probably just pay for another carrier. My parents are supporting my the carrier that I have for this phone, so I may just leave it as is and make it my business phone. The only thing is the fact that I tell at least the people that I know personally that I have a new phone number and all that, but that wouldn't take too long because I don't have a lot of people that I stay in communication with. So I think I may do that. It's not a bad idea because I again, there's like a lot of gunk in this the SIM card hole, and I tried using a paper clip and I just pushed the gunk in even more, and now it's just like, yeah, I don't know, it's troublesome. It's troublesome. Um, I don't know. So, what else is there to talk about? Has to be something else that, I mean, my brain is crashing. I need to start working out more too. I'm going on a walk today, and I got some groceries, and yeah, I guess I don't have a lot to talk about. Probably because I'm going through, again, I already talked about it, I'm going through another crash. Um, what was I saying before about, there's something else I was thinking about. Um, I guess I was talking about the other. I mean, I'm still brainstorming random jobs and whatnot. I preferably want to search something different. So I think what I'd prefer is to work for the over the summer for the Chicago Park District for a different position, maybe for some kind of event coordination or whatever, just something different aside from what I did. I just want to try something different. And even if it is a park attendant position, then I'd prefer to be probably not at a pool, an actual park. And I think that probably I'm more likely to get something like that, especially with my experience working in the park system, not only at Williamsburg but here as well, and facility maintenance and whatnot. So maybe they won't throw me at a pool. That would be fun. And yeah, I don't know. There are probably a lot of other ways I could do this. It's just my brain's like I was brainstorming. Like I had a lot of thoughts earlier, and now that I actually have to talk about them, it's harder to talk about them because I didn't write all of it down. And again, my brain's being slow. Yeah. So yeah. So I mean, probably a full time job, and maybe I could make it part time and then try something different. Just to just try different things, for variability and to make it more interesting this summer. Yeah. Again, I'm still trying out vanilla things because I don't know. I think I'm being too picky. I think I'm kind of overthinking half of this stuff, and I'm still. I mean, I'm doing what I have to do. It's just I tend to overthink a lot, and my susceptibility to overthinking makes it hard to take action at times. So I've been trying to convince my brain to not think so hard about things and to over strategize. And I made, again, like I do this thing. Maybe this whiteboard is sort of a bad idea, just because I like making mind maps, and I like applying graph theory to just like different graphs that I make for. Like I was doing this. I don't even want to be specific about it. I just do a lot of random shit at times. It's like, why are you doing this? Like, just stop thinking so much about it and just do the thing and not worry so much about optimizing, right? Um, but it can be fun at times. It can be fun. I may play games again just to numb my mind at times. I say that I'm not going to play video games, but it's just like it's kind of a thing to fill in the time when you have nothing better to do. But also, I think it's better than scrolling on my phone mindlessly. I've been doing that a lot for the past few weeks. I've been doom scrolling, and that's probably the reason why my brain's being dumb right now, because it forgot how to actually focus apparently. So it's hard for me to speak, and I also don't talk to anybody. So that's also another troublesome thing. Yeah. Yep. I don't know what else is there. I don't know if there's anything else. I think I'm just dragging this on to see if there's anything else to say. Um, I just tend to write a lot. Um, hmm. just a lot of thoughts and maps and icon. I don't know. I like symbols and all that. So, and also I guess I think that's why I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to talk about it because it's like a half baked thought. Yeah. Anyways, I know this summer's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I just had to worry about I had to keep track of all my thoughts because I still get pessimistic at times, and um, I'm getting better at it. It's just this summer or this winter was kind of rough for me. So, but I kind of put myself in this situation because I wasn't being. I've already talked about it. I wasn't being as proactive as I should have been during my seasonal position. Actually, in the summer, I should have been looking for other things, and I got lazy. And yeah, so, but it's whatever. Um, I think by next winter, I'll probably have a remote job, and I guess it's sort of this winter, next winter, whatever. I'll have a remote job, and um, that's probably what I would do. I don't know if there's anything. I mean, like if I have to move to I don't know. I'm probably going to be here for a while, and I'm probably going to renew my lease throughout next year, early next year. So, yeah. Yep. Anyways, I think I'm done. Bye.